In this video, I'll be helping you with the ALEKS problem type called sketching an angle with absolute value less than 360 degrees in standard position. We're asked to sketch theta equals 225 degrees in standard position, which means counterclockwise from the positive x-axis. So that's why in the interface, we would be dragging this line around the circle to get to 225 degrees. And noticing the tick marks here, I think it's really helpful to memorize the spacing for these tick marks in this first quadrant. So memorizing that this is 30 degrees in this first step. Going to the next tick mark is 45 degrees, half of the perpendicular 90 degrees. Going to the next tick mark, we then go to 60 degrees, and then to complete this first quadrant would be 90 degrees. So each quadrant is 90 degrees. We're trying to get to a positive 225 degrees. This is the positive direction. If we had a negative theta, we would go in the opposite direction. This would be negative 90 degrees. And then each of these tick marks would be negative 30, negative 45, negative 60, and so on. But since we're going to a positive 225 degrees, I can already see that going halfway gets us to 180 degrees. If I were to come to the next axis, this would be another 90 degrees, 270 degrees. Which is already beyond my 225, so I know it'll be somewhere in between here. And of course, all the way around would be 360 degrees. We definitely don't need to go that far. So somewhere in between here is our 225 degrees. Knowing the spacing here really helps because we always start with 30 degrees, add 15 more, and then the last 30 degrees to get 90 degrees within any of these quadrants. So this is 30 degrees. Adding that to our 180 puts us at 210, not quite our 225, but the increments after that first 30 degrees become 15 degrees. So here's another 15 degrees. And when we add that to the 210, this is our 225 degrees. It's the middle tick here. It's exactly in the middle of 180 and 270 degrees. And so when we drag that initial line to represent the angle, we would drag it all the way around to our 225. And this would be how we would represent 225 degrees.